Many of us find it hard to truly enjoy our weekends. Instead of resting, we often drag the stress of the office into our Saturdays and Sundays, carrying unfinished tasks like heavy baggage. Research even shows that more than 35% of Americans end up working on weekends, unable to disconnect from the demands of their jobs. With this reality, you might assume that the most powerful and successful people on the planet, names like Warren Buffett or Elon Musk, who control multi-billion-dollar empires, would spend every single weekend buried in work. But here's the surprising truth. The world's most successful people are deliberate, even protective, about how they spend their weekends. They treat these days not as an extension of work, but as a sacred time to recharge and reset. Here are 8 powerful weekend habits practiced by highly successful people. Number 1, they catch up on sleep. The wealthiest and busiest people alive often struggle with one basic human need: sleep. Experts recommend 7 to 8 hours every night, but many Americans, about 1/3, barely get 6. The reasons are simple: endless meetings, deadlines, and responsibilities that stretch long past midnight. The cost of lost sleep is devastating. Without rest, our focus shatters, our decisions grow careless, and our energy fades until even the simplest task feels impossible. Elon Musk himself has admitted that when he doesn't sleep enough, his performance drops dramatically. That's why successful people make weekends their sanctuary of rest. They use this time to catch up on deep healing sleep, because they know sleep is not just closing your eyes, it's the body repairing itself, the mind sharpening again, the spirit regaining its fire. With every hour of rest, they prepare themselves to face another demanding week with clarity and strength. Number 2, they spend time with loved ones. At the heart of all ambition lies a simple truth: everything we work for is ultimately for the people we love. Family and close friends are not just companions, they are our motivation, our anchor, our safety net when life grows heavy. But here's the problem: balancing work and family is one of the hardest battles successful people face. Take Elon Musk, for example. He works more than 80 hours a week running Tesla and SpaceX, which leaves little time during weekdays to be with his children. And yet he fiercely protects his weekends. Those hours become sacred, dedicated completely to family. He sets his work aside, silences the noise, and focuses only on his kids, laughing, bonding, reconnecting. Successful people understand that stress becomes unbearable when we ignore the people who love us. So they make sure weekends are not consumed by emails or endless phone calls. Instead, they treasure this time with children, spouses, partners, parents, friends, or even pets. These relationships are the fuel that keeps them moving forward. Number 3, they engage in energizing hobbies. During the week, successful people carefully schedule every minute to avoid wasting time. But when the weekend arrives, they give themselves permission to slow down and do something that fills their soul with energy. For some, that means simple joys: curling up with a good book, practicing meditation, or taking a long walk. For others, it's about adventure or creativity. Bill Gates, for instance, enjoys his downtime watching his daughter ride horses. Warren Buffett, the billionaire investor, picks up a ukulele and lets music wash away the noise of business. And Cisco's former CEO, Sandy Lerner, she spends her weekends in full medieval gear, practicing jousting, a hobby as unusual as it is passionate. The lesson is clear: the hobby itself doesn't matter. What matters is finding an activity that sparks joy, clears your head, and recharges your spirit. When successful people dive into their hobbies, they release stress, reignite creativity, and return to their work refreshed and unstoppable. Number 4, they take time to reflect. Many people fall into a cycle that lasts a lifetime. Wake up, rush to work, drag themselves home, sink into the couch with a screen, and collapse into bed, only to do it again the next day and the next, until years vanish. What they never do is stop and think. But the most successful people refuse to live on autopilot. They carve out time, especially on weekends, to reflect deeply. They ask themselves, where am I right now? Where am I going? What truly matters? To me? What mistakes am I repeating? How can I grow from them? This practice of reflection is more than a habit. It is a weapon. A Harvard study revealed that spending just 15 minutes reflecting on your day can boost effectiveness and productivity by an astonishing 23%. Bill Gates once said, "It's fine to celebrate success, but it is more important to heed the lessons of failure." And he's right. Reflection is how lessons are absorbed, how mistakes become wisdom, and how victories transform into blueprints for even greater success. That's why successful people make space during their weekends for silence, solitude, and thought. It is in those quiet moments of reflection that they find direction, resilience, and purpose. Number 5. They exercise. Many of us struggle to squeeze exercise into our busy lives. Work, school, or endless responsibilities seem to steal every hour, leaving no room for even the shortest jog, a run around the yard, or a handful of push-ups. And yet, exercise is not just something nice to do. It is essential. It strengthens not only our bodies, but also our minds. Even 10 short minutes of physical activity can melt away stress that has been weighing us down all week. The wealthiest and most successful people in the world understand this truth. They protect time on their weekends for exercise, treating it like a non-negotiable appointment. For them, it's not only about staying fit, it's about sharpening their creativity. While their legs pound the pavement on a run while they cycle up long roads, or even when their hands dig into the soil while gardening, their minds begin to light up with new ideas. Exercise triggers endorphins, those chemicals that lift moods and open the door for deeper reflection. That is why the key is not to force yourself into a routine you hate, but to find a physical activity you love and make it part of your sacred weekend ritual. Number 6. They network and socialize. Millionaires know that success is not built alone, and so even on weekends, they make time to connect. They do not waste these days in isolation. They use them as golden opportunities to build relationships, to meet fresh faces, and to strengthen old ties. Through charity dinners, special events, or private gatherings, they surround themselves with people who inspire them, challenge them, and open doors to new possibilities. Take Oprah Winfrey, for example. Her weekends are often filled with empowerment workshops or speaker events. These aren't just meetings. They are powerful gatherings where minds collide, where ideas are exchanged like sparks, and where futures are shaped. These moments are a perfect mix of relaxation and purpose. Meaningful conversations blended with laughter, community, and vision for what lies ahead. Successful people know that every encounter has the potential to expand their network and deepen their impact. That is why they seize every chance to socialize, even when the world expects them to rest. Number 7. They volunteer in charitable activities. True wealth is not measured by money alone, but by how much of it is used to lift others up. Many millionaires understand this deeply, and that is why they devote their weekends to charitable work. They know they have been given resources not just to enjoy life, but to change it for those in need. Bill Gates is a shining example. Through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, his weekends might be spent visiting health campaigns, working on education initiatives, or even speaking at global conferences aimed at eradicating diseases. This is how millionaires give back, not in whispers, but in bold action. They organize events, lead campaigns, and dedicate their free hours to causes that matter to them most. Their weekends are proof that wealth, when used with compassion, becomes a powerful force for good. Number 8. They travel, and then, of course, there is travel. Many millionaires treat weekends not just as rest days, but as opportunities to explore the world. Some escape to hidden beach resorts where the ocean calms their restless minds. while others dive into the heart of bustling cities, learning from new cultures and tasting experiences they have never known before. These journeys are not merely vacations, they are fuel. By stepping away from constant demands and routines, they give their minds space to breathe. New surroundings refresh their energy and spark creativity that cannot be found inside an office or at a desk. A change of scenery is often the secret to solving problems, to unlocking fresh ideas, to seeing life from a different angle. Travel also expands their networks, introducing them to people from different worlds who might hold keys to future opportunities. For millionaires, a weekend abroad is not just about luxury. It is about enrichment, growth, and preparation for the battles of the coming week. It is about coming back stronger, sharper, and more inspired. In the end, these habits show us that successful people use their weekends wisely. They recharge their bodies through exercise, expand their worlds through social connections, give back through charity, and renew their spirits through travel. Their weekends are not wasted. They are carefully built stepping stones that prepare them for greater victories ahead. Lesson: the way you spend your weekends determines how strong, creative, and ready you will be for the week to come.